Good morning, people. How are we doing this morning? And it is a cold, dark, miserable, rainy morning today. So yeah, we've got all of the bad weather other than snow. We've got wind, everything. But anyway, you are not here for a weather update, even though I like giving them to you. You are here for some carpentry. So we are on to another job today, another new one, and it's rather unusual. We're actually going to change a kitchen in a new build, but not completely change it. The layout just isn't great and it's not working for the family. So we are going to be changing a couple of the units round, changing the doors and drawers. Are there drawers? I can't remember. Over primarily. They're having new worktops done, but not by me. They're having quartz worktops, so we've just got to take the old worktops off. Basically, we're just going to remodel the existing kitchen, if that makes sense, rather than like ripping the whole kitchen out and starting again, because that's just senseless waste. So yeah, we're going to be moving some bits round, changing some doors, you know, bits and pieces like that. So let me get over there and I'll give you a tour of the place, and then, well, not the house, obviously, and then I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Okay, so here's a little look at the space, and on the face of it, you wouldn't think it's too bad, but it's just not working. So what we're going to be doing is moving this oven up into this space here, so putting a larder unit in here, taking these wall units down here, and putting wall units up either side here, just to utilise that space. Like I said, the worktops are changing, and we're going to be changing the doors. That's the bulk of the job. Obviously there'll be other little bits and pieces that I'm doing along the way, but I will keep you updated with that as we go on. So let's get some doors off. Okay, so we found the first pain in the bum with this kitchen. These are not click-off doors, which I have not seen in a long time. Now, considering this is only a 4-month-old kitchen, you would have thought they would have. But so we've got the laborious task of going through and unscrewing all of these doors. I know, you know, it's not a massive problem, but you know, it could have been an easier job, but there we go. So go through, take all of these doors off. You know, it didn't take long in the end, maybe 20 minutes to get them all off, but then we had to remove these soft closers as well, which was a bit of a pain in the bum because a couple of them got damaged as they come off. Luckily I managed to straighten them all out so we can reuse them all, but you can see I'm putting all the screws and the hinges on the side because we're going to reuse. Okay, so that's the majority of the doors off. I haven't done the appliance doors yet. I'm going to leave them till last. The next thing I want to do is take the worktops off, and then we're going to be taking this drawer unit here and putting it in place over here. So obviously the oven needs to come out, and then we're going to have a 600 oven housing to bring the oven up to a more manageable height over here. So yeah, I think worktops off. I might just cut along here and leave the sink in place for now. I'm not sure. I'll decide that as I go along. I'll have a chat with the customer and we'll decide between us. So yeah, worktops off, wall units off, and then we'll start looking at swapping this unit over here. So good times. So wall units off here, nice and simple. The only thing I didn't find out on this first unit is underneath that bottom shelf there is a screw into the wall. You'll see me take it out now. Now we're only into plasterboard, so it wasn't a problem just ripping that out of the wall, but I should have really checked beforehand. Upstands coming off now. Now these are some of the thinnest upstands I think I've ever seen. I think they were about like 7-8 mil. They're super thin. The silicone pretty much covered the whole top of it, but they come off nice and easy, which was good. We've got one little bit of breakout, but luckily with the new worktops going on, we've got 150 mil upstand, so that should cover that up nicely with minimal decoration needed. There you go, that little bit of tear out at the end there. Okay, so worktops off. I found that it's easier just to cut them out rather than mucking about trying to undo bolts and break silicone lines or glue lines or whatever's in there. It's far easier just to cut them. You're never going to be able to reuse these worktops anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But there you go, that one off. Now we're taking the hob off, but I don't want to disconnect the hob at this stage, so we're just going to cut this worktop out around it. Okay, so off camera, I got the oven and the hob out the way. Well, you saw me take the hob out, but yeah, I took the oven out. So it's now really time to start putting back together. So I'm going to start with this drawer unit. I know I've said that a couple of times. I need to do a cut out in the back of that. so these cables can be accessed, or these points can be accessed for when the oven and all that gets wired in. And then we'll start putting these wall units up, and then we'll have the gap here so we can put our new larder unit into there. So yeah, this one first. So after talking about moving this unit about 6 times, we're actually going ahead and doing it. Now we're doing that little cutout here that I spoke about earlier on in the video, just so we can access them points, or anyone can access them points down the road. You don't really want to be covering up like electrical connections, because they're never going to be able to be found if they're buried behind units. So there you go, cut out. Now we've got the unit going in, just doing a bit of adjusting up on the bottom there so we can actually get it screwed in. It just goes to show how outer level that floor was. We had to take about 10mm adjustment off of these legs. Okay, now finally time to get that larder housing in. Now this has already got a finished end on the unit because of the fact that we're going to tie it up to another unit. So a little bit of struggling there, trying to get all the cardboard out. It was well taped up, this unit, I'm not going to lie. It was a bit of fun getting all the tape off, but we're legging up now, which is always a fun bit. I like doing these larder units like this, nice and simple, rather than trying to do them on the floor and then trying to lift it up and snapping the legs. But handballing that in, it was a heavy old unit, I'm not going to lie, but we got it in the end. Adjusted up much the same as the others, and then we can look at getting this all screwed in after I've jumped on the floor about 20 times. There we go, Lewis. Right, now some screws in, so I like to put 3 along a unit like this. That's more than enough, and then we'll do 2 on the base unit next to it. And then start getting shelves and doors on. So you can kind of see the layout we're going for now, really starting to take shape. Like I said, it's just going to work a lot better. We could have actually put another wall unit in there with a corner wall in, but this is what the customer wanted, so this is what we went with. Nice big heavy unit going on there, but luckily we managed to get into the dot and dab plaster, so we've got a good solid fixing on this wall. There we go, both wall units are going in nicely now. Now you can see that I'm actually working on both units at the same time. I find that just makes a lot more sense to go through processes and yeah, work stuff out. So we're doing wall units, then we're doing the end panels, then we'll do our helmet and cornice. It just makes it a lot more efficient working that way. There we go, doors on, all looking lovely. We've got a little bit of adjusting up to do, but I will do that at the end of the job. And there you go, you can see both units up looking pride of place there. Now here we are in the utility room, like I was talking to you guys about. We're just reusing the old wall units that come down because we've got them, so we might as well reuse them. So yeah, we're in the utility room, just putting the 2 units on the wall, nice and easy. Rather than smashing them up and throwing them away, we might as well utilise them. Now, you would have thought that I would have realised that these shelves weren't in line, but I haven't. Still hadn't worked that out at that point. So here we are putting them doors on. Now that door does hit that light bulb, but I have made the customer aware, and it is one of them new sort of plasticky light bulbs, so it's not going to smash it. She's going to have to be a little bit careful when she opens it, not to bang it around too much, but still feel like this was a better use of the space than not having that there. Little adjust up because we don't want to come in this room again. Now, corner filler posts. Now, they do send out the posts with these, but I never like to use them. They never fit as well as making up your own, and apparently the other installer agreed with me because he had done exactly the same thing that I had done here. Okay, I know I haven't done one of these talking to cameras for a little while, so I thought I'd jump in now. Now, we've had the worktops templated this morning. This is the second day, I should add. So yeah, templators have been out this morning, templated for the quartz worktops. I have been going around, like you've just seen, and putting in the filler strips and little bits and pieces here and there. We decided, or I decided and put it to the customer, and she agreed that we should use the two wall units that were up here to put into their utility room. We might as well, we have them, and it's like 8 screws to put them up, so why not? So yeah, we're getting on really, really well. I'm just going to start now putting in all of the appliances, not the appliances, God, my brain ain't with it today. We're going to start putting all the doors on now. So we've got appliance doors to put on and bits and pieces all over the place. The oven, I'm just going to slide into place now. I'm not going to wire that in for obvious reasons. Yeah, and then we're getting on really well, actually. It's coming along really, really well. I feel like this layout works so much better than what they had before. At least now when you're sitting in that part of the room looking in, you can actually see some wall units. I know I need to adjust up and all that, but we will get there. But yeah, right, so I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to get these doors on because it's Friday. It's only 11 o'clock, but you know, I don't want to be late home on a Friday. So let's get these doors on. Like I said earlier, we are going through and we're reusing all the original hinges because we might as well. They're still in really good nick. Like I said, they're only 4 months old. Now, we're very fortunate on here that the new doors were supplied by the original kitchen supplier. So all of our hinge holes and everything all lined up beautifully. So we didn't have to muck about re-drilling holes, which was good. So here you can see the oven going in. Now we've got a much bigger oven and someone forgot to charge his electrical screwdriver. So we're basically just using it as a normal screwdriver here, but not to worry. Drawer fronts, yet again, supplied by the original supplier. So everything just sort of screwed back in place. I got really lucky with this one. Didn't have to do any measuring or anything. You can see here all the original holes lined up. There we go. Now we can actually get these drawer fronts on. How good is that when everything just lines up beautifully? Okay, let's get everything unwrapped and we can reveal the final colour. Like I said, it's not a million miles off from the original kitchen, but it is slightly lighter than the original kitchen. I don't know if that was by choice or it was just the closest that they can get to, but there we go. I really like it. I think it's a really nice colour. A nice modern colour on a timeless shaker. Wasn't a fan of the blue, I'm not going to lie. Getting this film off can be a right pain sometimes, but we got lucky on this one. It come off nice and easy. There we go. Our last job now is just to go round and get all of these handles on. Now you can see I've made myself up a little drilling jig there. Nice and easy, just 3 bits of wood glued together. It just means that I don't have to measure and mark on every single one. Yeah, it just takes the guesswork out. And there we have it. That is that job all done. Now, I know I rushed a little bit at the end there, but like I said, it is Friday and I did not want to be working late. The weather is absolutely horrendous, by the way. I don't know if you can see out my window there. It is torrential. But yeah, the customer's really happy with the outcome, which is the main thing. But yeah, I'm really glad that we managed to utilise most of the original kitchen. So there's hardly any waste there, which is the main thing. I'm not a big fan of just throwing stuff away for the sake of it, you know. I'd rather reuse where we can. The original doors are going to be sold, like put on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, so they'll get another lease of life somewhere else. But there you go. I'm going to leave that one there. If you guys got anything from this video at all, please hit that little like button for me. That really helps me out, really supports the channel. Hit the subscribe button for me because we are on our way to 60,000 subscribers, which I'm well excited about. But yeah, if you guys want to find out how much I charge to do this job, there will be a members only video going out after this one. or with this one about the same sort of time, just explaining, running through all the costings of this job. So you hit the little join button down below the like button and you'll be able to do that. If there isn't a join button, I will put a link in the description for you. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go and have a beer because, you know, first week back at work, I haven't had a beer yet this year. So I'm going to go and do that. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.